Hey guys, what's up? It's Tim from Everyday Tactical Vids here at SHOT Show 2016 in Las Vegas. We're going to be bringing you reviews and information about cool gear and all kinds of stuff you want to know about. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm at Benchmade with Derek, who's on the other side. Everybody say hi to Derek. Hi Derek. Derek, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I was actually on the escalator. I was going up, and Derek was on another escalator going down. And by Thursday at SHOT Show, you're pretty much exhausted. And that's for me walking around shooting video and stuff. So these guys who are working at their booths, doing sales and videos, they're just totally spent. So I'm going up and I'm like, hey Derek, and without even seeing me, he just started waving. He was like, hello, and then finally we saw each other. So anyhow, despite that, he's still gonna commit to doing a video right now. So we're gonna spin the camera around, you're gonna see him. We're gonna run through a couple different things. What we're gonna do right here is talk about a lot of the folders, and then we're going to do a separate video talking about HK knives, and then another separate video talking about the fixed blades that Benchmade's put out for 2016. All right, here we go.
Apparently you caught me not my best situational awareness moment, Tim, so...
It's all good, all good.
Welcome to the Benchmade booth for 2016 SHOT Show, and like last year, in 2015, for 2016, we are launching a lot of new cool stuff. I know I say that all the time, but literally, we have some cool things.
It's actually true.
So let's kind of just run through it. For any of those people who are familiar with products, you probably might have seen these at some local dealers, right? And that's the new Griptilian, the extension to the Griptilian family, I should say. So finally, because people have been asking for it, we've done special editions, limited editions, featuring G10 and the Griptilians, and people have always loved it. Finally, I brought it to the inline product, so this should be a product you should be able to get anytime, anywhere. We'll produce them at no numbered quantities, right? So you have G10 Handle Scales, nice cool gray as we're calling it, and there's a nice little blue accenting in there. It's a layer of G10 that's a part of this whole handle scale, kind of just accents where the liners would be. Blue anodized barrel spacers, of course, and like, we want to do up the Griptilian, and we wanted to do it upright. So we definitely want to didn't pull any stops on this.
So that's the small version, right?
This is the mini Griptilian,
yeah, mini, yeah.
And it'll come in all the blade variants, okay. Obviously.
And all that, you can get the gray G10 and all the Griptilians now?
Yep.
Awesome.
So you'll have your different blade variants, combo edge, sheep's foot, drop point, etc. So we did also upgrade the blade steel on this. It is a CPM 20CV. Which is from Crucible, an American company. Very high quality steel, great corrosive resistance, and really good edge retention so far in our testing. So CPM 20CV is something you'll see a lot of in our 2016 line. Here's the large version of the Griptilian, so this is a 551-1. So any of the new G10 Griptilians will basically have a -1 in their model number to designate that they're a G10 model. So in addition to upgrading Griptilians or extending the family, we've also extended the family for the barrage line. So in a mini and a full size as well, we've updated the barrage to also have G10 handle scales, again in that cool gray. Not as much accenting on this knife, but anybody who's ever handled like one of our 586s, which have G10 handle scales in the barrage family, you'll know that it just feels different. G10 always has that more solid and just durable feel. You definitely get that with these guys, with the G10 scales. And we've also upgraded the steel on the Barrage series for the G10 handled ones. They're going to be CPM S30V, so anything you've seen in our Hunt line, and you've seen it a lot in our Benchmade line, CPM S30V, great all-around steel, great for an everyday carry. So skipping over the large Barrage, which very much we kind of essentially just went over, we have the 765. So last year we launched the 761. It is a Thai monolock knife. Again, you have a Thai monolock knife, titanium clip, thrust bearing system, so it's a very fast opening, folding.
You can hear that it opens quickly.
Gotta love ball bearings, right? Carbonized lock face on the new ones as well. 761, a lot of people were asking because no one likes tip down. I don't know if it's a new thing. It varies from person to person, right? Some people don't mind tip down. A lot of people really just hate tip down. So we've given you a tip up, tip down carry option to reverse the clip for the 765. For you lefties, which I'm a lefty, there's still no lefty option, unfortunately.
Someday.
Someday. The Unlimited Gold Series, it's back. We did not do one last year, but this year we are doing a brand new version of the Unlimited Gold. Unlimited Gold, if no one's familiar with that, that means we'll basically produce this knife for an entire year, for all of 2016, at no numbered quantity. So normally with gold line knives, there's always a capped quantity that we're going to be doing. For the Unlimited Gold, no such thing. So
but for 1 year, just 2016.
But for 1 year, 2016, you'll just see this knife, as many as we can produce. So basically, there will be dual-colored carbon fiber handles, the black and the red. Very cool material. I don't know if it translates well on the camera, but there's a lot of mill detail here. Very cool texturing. Anodized accenting on here. You got the barrel spacers in the red, and of course also the pivot ring in the red. And awesome steel on this. It is a Damas steel. I believe the pattern is called Odenheim. It's a really kind of busy, very just tight pattern. I really, really like it. It's you know, all Damascus or Damas steels are really beautiful. This one in particular, I really love it. Anyways, this is the 908-161 Gold Line Striker. All right, flippers. This year we did a few flippers, which is new to us, and we're really excited about it. I'm gonna start off with my favorite one that I'm super excited for. So anybody familiar with our emissary knives, the 470, 477, this is very reminiscent to it as far as feel and just even looks and ergonomics. Everybody loved the ergonomics and size on that. This guy brings all that, plus an axis assist flipper. So here's your flipper tab right here. All you do, simple depress, opens right up. Great high bevel grind on this blade. Also, again, very reminiscent of the Emissary series. And again, this will be actually featuring S90V, which is a steel that we introduced initially in our 940-1. Amazing edge retention. I think I can say that's probably one of the best, if not one of the best, edge retention steels that we have.
Now, is that assisted in the opening process, or just so smooth?
It is assisted.
Okay.
So basically, this little tab, once you hit about, I think, I don't even.
It's hard to do.
I want to say about like 10 degrees.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
The spring will take over, and your blade will deploy.
Okay.
10 to 15 degrees. Second flipper that we came out with, or I should say second, but another flipper that we came out with this year is the 320 Precinct. So this again features our thrust bearing system in here, so ball bearings are helping this blade to slide out smoothly. G10 Handle Scales, and this is a Butch Ball design, very thin profile, so if anybody is familiar with Butch Ball, he did our 300 axis flipper. So Butch Ball knows his flippers. This one is definitely a smooth one, and just thin, easy everyday carry, especially if you like flippers, and something with a lot of tack, because this G10 is very aggressive. So
And that's going to come both serrated and plain edge?
you have both options, yeah. So majority of our knives always come with combo edge or plain edge options.
Cool.
But yeah, Butch Ball design, 154 cm for the blade still in there. Our next flipper, and the last of the flippers I'm going to show you today, is our 928. This is actually our last collaboration with Warren Osborne before he passed.
Wow.
Awesome designer. He's done so much for Benchmade, and I think he really did it again with this knife. It's a tie monolock flipper, so you have titanium on one side of your handle scales, and G10 on this other side. I gotta do it right-handed. Adjustable lock face for the 928. Thrust bearing system again, so again, very smooth opening.
That thing looks pretty hefty.
It hits hefty, but if you actually get to hold it, it's
From behind the...
not as heavy as you think it would
You're right.
be.
You're totally right. And I'm not just saying that because I'm making the video.
Titanium is amazing.
Yeah.
You get a really solid steel.
It kind of has like a
super strong, but
take on
really light.
something. Yeah.
Some random schmo.
And again, we utilized brand new steel 20 CV in this knife. Nice high, just awesome blade profile in my opinion. I like it a lot, and I love the action on this thing. It's just smooth, good weight to the blade to help rotate it out.
It looks like if somebody liked the Loco, they'd probably like that. It seems like
Very similar. It has good ergonomics.
Yep.
It's very comfy in the hand. So, moving forward, for a more elegant everyday carry, anybody familiar with Benchmade remembers probably the 690, very classic Benchmade knife. So, very much based off the 690. This is 698. 690 originally had a liner lock. This now has the axis lock. just beautiful accenting on the pivot, as well as the axis bar itself. Very subtle details too, like it's called shadow boxing. It's basically where the liners slightly extend past the G10 to give it kind of that silver silhouette.
That's cool.
Very nice, just kind of simple. Nice little subtle recurve on this blade. G10 handle scales, and again 20 CV for the blade steel.
There's a little recurve on that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So very nice, elegant everyday carry. Also features a deep pocket carry clip. So moving on to our hunt line. Hunt line has been doing awesome for us. We launched it about 2 years ago. And again, this year we're extending the family a little more. We're introducing this guy for folders. This is the Crooked River, featuring stabilized wood or a G10 option. So we've offered that a lot in our hunt line. You either have the option of G10 or the stabilized wood for their handles. So
is that the diamond wood? Is that what you call it?
We've moved away, so it's more just stabilized wood.
Okay.
We'll use a mixture of both. But yeah, earlier on in the hunt line, we did exclusively use diamond wood.
Okay.
But same principle for the stabilized wood. It's basically impregnated with resin and makes it resistant to water, warping, heat, or cold. Very awesome material. So anodized, aluminum bolsters on this, as well as little accenting pieces like this pivot ring, the orange anodizing. Just that's kind of been a big theme this year. There's a lot of details to all our knives. Orange G10 backspacer and a big old S30V blade, and of course featuring our axis lock. So anybody who likes a large size folder, again, it's one of those knives that's deceivingly light for how big it is. I'll hand this to you, Tim, to get you an idea of how heavy it is.
It is. It's ridiculous. This one actually is one of the ones that really jumped out to me. I don't do a ton of hunting, but just it's a good looking blade.
That's the thing with our hunt series. You don't necessarily have to be a hunter to appreciate it and be able to carry this. If you like big knives, I highly suggest checking this out for 2016. So we'll move over this way for our Black Class series. So this year, just a few updates as far as Black Class goes. Last year we released the Pagan. This year we have a extension to the Pagan family. So the 3320 was the one we launched last year. This is the 3321, which actually features a single-edged blade. Still have the chisel grind, so you can achieve super sharp edges with this, but same ergonomics, same scales, I should say, and same internals as you'd see in an Infidel or the first Pagan. So if you live in Texas, or you can't necessarily have a double-edged knife, this is definitely an option for you.
Cool.
So again, last year we launched a new automatic, the 4300 CLA. Great, light, thin, single-sided push-button auto. Brought it back with a new handle variant. This is a green and black G10. Same good old action. Quick, fast little auto. Great for an everyday carry, especially if you live in a state that allows you to carry autos. So more updates. Existing autos that we've had. We of course have the 3550 has been updated, as well as the Striker and the Mini Reflex. We've now they are all as 3551. Man, stumbling on that one. You did catch me on an off day, Tim.
You're good.
So enlarged the push buttons on all of these knives.
Okay, cool.
Originally all featured kind of the smaller, older traditional style of push button that Benchmade had in the early autos. This larger button helps accommodate for gloved hands. So as far as folders and Benchmade, that's folders and out the fronts, I guess, for Benchmade in 2016. That's what we have.
Awesome. All right, we're going to move on to check the next video because we're going to talk about some other knives these guys are putting out. Thanks to LA Police Gear and Anchor Power for supporting this trip to SHOT Show 2016.